Next up, we have Nightfall by Ginkiha, featured in Osu, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, and become a member. The rest of the spiel now is on the outro, so go skip the video and listen to the outro if you want to listen to the whole thing. All right. Disclaimers showing in your screen right now. So pause the video if you want to read them up. Otherwise, so yes, Osu Demo, BMS. So yeah, Osu. Let's hear it. Nightfall. Okay, we start with sleigh bells, and by the way, sleigh being the Christmas one, sleigh bells, very lovely sleigh bells, a little bit of percussion there, and we have our piano giving us our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from, and it's lovely. It's lovely. We're having the motif already developed with a partial inversion. So, inversion in music is when you take a melodic shape, any type of melodic shape, you take that and you flip it upside down. So, by the way, we have a keyboard now. I've always had it. I just didn't know I could do this. So let's say we have a motif. Very simple, right? We bring this, if we invert it, then we are doing simple as. And of course, the more complex the motif, the better it goes. And you can also do partial inversions. So for example, if we were to do very simple, but we were to invert the top part, it gives you just more and more stuff that you can do. And right now, it's what we've got. By the way, when it comes to piano, you will usually see two parts of the piano. One of them being for the melody and one being for the chords. Because one hand usually for the chords or the bass, one hand being for the melody or the chords. Let's see where this goes. Oh yeah, Dunkel's mom works for Santa's workshop. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yes, tangent. Dunkel is a friend of mine from work, and he's an IRL friend, and he's awesome. He's been on the stream a couple of times, once, and I still need to release the video. And his mom, I don't even know where she works. I think it's like a chain of hotels or something. And every once in a while, she's like a higher-up manager, and she gets like these worker incentive things. It's happened twice already, where I'm needing something. I'm like, shit, it'd be really cool if I got, like, the first time it happened, I was like, I should get myself, like, some AirPods, something like that. A month later, Dunkel comes to me being like, dude, my mom's having, like, these employee, incentive, and we have, like, 10 boxes of these, like, AirPods lying in the house. Do you want one? Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, no, I took free ones. A year later, I'm thinking, shit, dude, I really want an air fryer. I was saving up for an air fryer. I was looking into models. This fucker comes here. Like, hey, dude, my mom is having another one of the employee incentive programs. Do you want an air fryer? We have like 4 of them in the house. And I would have an air fryer, courtesy. So officially, you know, how many dots do you need to make a line in a graph? Yeah, she works in Santa's workshop. She works in Santa's workshop. Like, I swear, right now I'm looking for who the fuck owns 4 air fryers? Like, she didn't own them. It was her workplace that was like, oh, like, give them away to your employees, to the best of them, and she had like 4 of them left over from the company. So, yeah, no. And right now, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff, and I'm just thinking, should I just wait for Santa's workshop to do their thing before I buy them? So, yeah, no. Yeah, no, little tangent. Let's continue. And by the way, the second hand right now, the chords, is doing what is called arpeggios. Arpeggios is when you play a chord one note at a time. So you have, and by the way, I like that we have the little animation here that shows you what I'm playing. So a block chord, arpeggio, playing the chord one note at a time. It can be held, it can be not held. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that the notes are playing one note at a time. So yes, we're having that while we are developing the motif further. Let's see where it goes. Free automaton next. I already have one, it's just broken. Now for the melody, we brought a second instrument. It sounds like a sleigh, kind of sleigh bells slash synth, very chimey synth that yeah, doing a doubling being when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing. So this is why the average amount of air fryers owned by people in the US is over 1. I don't live in the US though. I live in Hungary. Let's see where this goes. Beautiful. And oh, okay, so now we bring a new instrument. We bring in this flute, playing the motif higher up. It's on a higher registry. In Hungary, there you go. So it's on a higher registry. We now have the piano giving us just the full arpeggiation of the chords. It's doing something I really like, which is partially arpeggiated, and then the rest of the chord is just played as a block chord. It's a very, very cool thing because you can always mix these things up, right? And not a flying melody. It's way too fast to be a flying melody. But most importantly, we bring in these like lo-fi drums. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see where it goes. Maze, welcome today. How you doing? Let's play some music and rhymes. Nice. We have a synth higher up, bringing another one. So now we bring the piano. So yes, we bring in the flute, playing the motif in a solo-esque manner, and now we are doing the same with the piano. It's not full-on imitation, but we're hearing the piano's version of everything. And yes, the piano is doing what is called harmonies. Or harmonization, which is in counterpoint, counterpoint being the study of melodies, how they interact with one another, how they develop, that kind of thing. And in counterpoint, we would call this parallel motion to an extent, right? So the concept of parallel motion is when you have a melody. Let's say we have, again, our very simple melody, and you decide to add a second melody that is doing the same overall shape just from a different point in the scale. So let's say we have our original melody, and we decide to add a harmony from it, up a third, and when we play it together, oh, you can tell I'm not a keyboard player. So yeah, you're having these two playing the same thing, and what we're doing over here is that we're not always doing the parallel motion, we're not always doing the harmonization. We're using the harmonization partially to accentuate or to add accents to the piano. Very indicative of this being a solo. Beautiful. Let's see where it goes. And now we have this synth slowly becoming more and more prevalent. We bring back the flute, and now we have both at the same time, and we bring the synth with we bring a synth with a violin, like a string orchestra sample, all the way forward. It was playing in the background, slowly getting louder. Now it's all the way in the foreground. Very good way of introducing the material. Let's see what it does. Piano solo now in the lower end. The sleigh bells. Nice. Nice. Piano still developing that melody. This is beautiful. We bring in a violin solo now, doing another variation of this. So it seems like this piece so far, structure-wise, is very focused on solos. Perfectly valid form. We have established a bass line, so to speak. I would say this follows a very similar form as jazz standards, where you will have a specific set of chords and a rhythm and a beat, and then you play it for the first time, you let it play and everything, you play the initial melody, and then you just go around with different instruments doing solos throughout. Then every once in a while you introduce like a bridge or a break or something like that, or a tutti being another type of thing where you change things a little bit and then you go back to this thing. And Maze, welcome today. How you doing? So I'll explain how the live queue works because it's happening after this. So let's see where this goes. So let's finish this one. I'll explain it. So variations of the motif. Yeah. Valley. What's up? Oh, very beautiful. What's the Pippa rant? What are you asking me for? Which one? Do you have any idea? You're saying you're mentioning Pippa, the Pippa rant. Do you have any idea how many rants Pippa has? Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Not asking, demanding? I don't care. Let's see where this goes. So, let me go back a couple of seconds. And off the ramp we go. Off the ramp being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial. And Afton, welcome back. So colloquial meaning that there is no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm not using it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is what I call a transition, a specific type of transition. It can be as short as a couple of beats. It can be as long as an entire section. And the point of it is to make your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land. How do you do this? Remove the drums, maybe the bass as well, and you get this. So we bring back the piano, now playing those block chords, no more arpeggiation, we're just playing the individual chords. We're bringing back the drums soon. No, we're not. We bring a second violin. Oh, beautiful. I think the second one is a viola. I think the second one might be a viola. No, I think it's still a violin. Let's see. We introduced the second one. This is the point here. Now we're introducing the arpeggios again. We introduce the flute again. We bring back the... Man, the drums are so chill. So yeah, the background, the accompaniment is a little bit more intense now. And we're still doing that mix of arpeggios with block chords. The flute is just having solos, doing variations of the motif. We do some imitation with the piano over here. And those strings are back in the background. So yes, right now we are doing a full-on repetition or recapitulation. We are basically repeating the whole thing. There might be a variation in this. So when you're doing instrumental music, you have to follow something called form. Form being the structure of your music. It's not as easy with instrumental music because, you know, you don't have a way of telling a verse from a chorus in instrumental music. So instead, you rely on form, in which you just use letters. So the way we've been doing this was section A, which was pretty much the first minute or so. We had section A bringing the initial solos and everything. Then we brought section B, where we had the contrast, where we went down with the pianos and we started doing the block chords. It was very brief. Now we're back to what is called section A prime, because we did change the order of things a little bit. Prime just means it's a variation. And yeah, partial recapitulation. We just didn't do the full intro, but everything else kind of stayed the same. Let's see where it goes. Now we're doing the flute and piano solo. And right, so we did have this section. So A, B, A prime being the going back to the solos. Then we had section C, where we had the slow part. Then back to A prime, And now we are back again to B prime, because this is the same as before. So yes, this part over here, A and B, has been a recapitulation of what we did before. Beautiful. So we're in major, maybe. Yeah, I usually don't bother trying to figure out which keys these are in because I don't have perfect pitch, and it would take me a while to figure these out. So yeah, that's why I usually never tell you which scales or anything, because I do not have perfect pitch or anything like that. So yeah, let's see what it goes. We do another variation over here is that we have one more synth up here doing a little bit of panning. Panning being when you bounce from one speaker to another, one ear to another. I'm not going to go for the full explanation for this, but very beautiful because it's very subtle. It's very subtle. It's like a small static going back and forth between the two. It's very beautiful. This is a very, very beautiful piece. Let's see where it goes. So now it's the piano solo being in the middle. Violin solo again. So yeah, form-wise, I'm all over the place. I just wanted to point out the recapitulation. Very beautiful. So yes, now we are in the climax of the piece, in the final minute. We are revisiting some of the material. Now we have a piano and violin solo where the piano is doing mostly accompaniment, but because of the arpeggios that are being played in the piano, makes it sound like it's also part of the solo. Very, very beautiful. The violin playing very, very high. Very beautiful. Let's see how this goes. Off the ramp once again, and this time the chords are going higher. Let's see. And what are we giving? New version of the motif, still with those sleigh bells. Very beautiful. This is probably our outro. There we go. We bring the synth in the background to double the main melody that we're doing. Very beautiful. And that synth from before comes back to end the piece. It echoes out. And there you go. What a beautiful piece that was. Hey, Mace, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. So yeah, very good timing right as it ended. And there you go. That was Nightfall, the full version by Ginkiha, featured in Osu and a couple of others that I don't remember. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, which is a real, actual, plausible possibility right now, blows my mind. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. I do not take this for granted, and I am grateful every single day that we get to do this. So if we somehow reach 10,000 before Christmas, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. We also have a member who offered to do a Discord Nitro giveaway, and if you want to add to the hype, or if you have other ideas for me to add to the hype, just let me know, and we will just continue. So, this has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, nothing like that. Don't be a rat. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts, by the way. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on Discord that does, so go check it out. Link down below. Go coordinate with them. And artists! ginkiha. If you ever need some guitars or some voice acting or some Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing for any of your projects, just reach out, let me know, and we will make it happen. Same goes for any other artist on YouTube. Let's collaborate. I'm more than happy. Scheduling might be a bit tricky, but I don't care. We'll make it work. If you know any artists, let them know as well. Do not harass anyone. Do not spam anyone. Don't be a rat. And Yes, members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier that you're in, you get access to the videos for the week on Saturdays when I schedule them. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you are not on the live stream, go to the pinned comment of this video. It has the instructions on what to do. If you're on the live stream, you can go ahead and request. We have one more request for today. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch, link down below. So if you live in London, Kiribati, and you're like, well, at what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone. Linked in the description, Discord, and Twitch. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where we put the gaming after show recordings. They get recorded on the main channel on the stream, and then the recordings go on the gaming channel. So go check it out. Link down below, or just search for it on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just want the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Nightfall. What a chill song that was, dude. That was super nice. Ginkiha, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.